From exposing million-dollar scams to taking down the internet's biggest names, these are the wildest times Coffeezilla left celebrities speechless and their reputations in ruins. Andrew Tate, a somewhat notorious internet personality with millions of followers, was in the middle of a crypto scandal that shook the internet. It all began when Coffeezilla, the internet's sharpest scam investigator, set his sights on Tate's alleged involvement in promoting shady meme coins. Tate notoriously claimed to have a strong dislike for crypto.
My problem with crypto is that it instigated a culture which I didn't like. I didn't like the crypto culture as a whole because the culture was based on getting in early, which, I mean, I guess you could argue is a skill, but to a degree is luck. Gambling, rug pulls, staying anon, hiding like a little coward in a hole, like a little bitch, and just being a degen, laughing about how you're a Once I decided I was gonna fix it, I decided I had to come up with an idea that allowed people to make money from the things they should make money from, which is hard.
From first impression, it looked like one of Tate's bold business moves. He's no stranger to controversy, but Coffeezilla's investigation uncovered something much more disturbing. Using archived footage, blockchain data, and Tate's own statements, he pieced together a web of questionable promotions and sudden coin crashes that left investors counting their losses.
Starting with Roost. Honestly, this is your textbook Ponzi coin, exactly the type of thing Tate would call a scam a year ago, but now he and his brother heavily promoted it over multiple videos. They even had flyers in their videos. And of course, during the promotion, the price did well. But when it was over, Roost is now down over 90%. Not only that, Roost's treasury wallet got hacked. So the community literally got scammed. And to make it worse, the guy who got hacked was anonymous. So remind me what Andrew Tate doesn't like about crypto again?
Gambling, rug pulls, staying anon, hiding like a little coward in a hole, like a little bitch.
Oh, the same thing he promoted.
Coffeezilla pointed out that Tate promoted these projects to his millions of followers as the next big thing. The truth, these coins usually crashed right after listing, raising red flags on pump and dump scams. The tension in this investigation was palpable. Coffeezilla was calm, yet relentless in laying out the evidence.
I am built different, Coffeezilla. I don't give a your video. I don't respect your journalism. I remember when you said the real world was a scam. It's actually a scam because for $49 you learn how to make money. One guy only made $400. What, someone paid $49 and made $400 and you called it a scam? You're a We're now the largest online educational platform in the world. You haven't mentioned us since. You've shut up since then while you're begging for money, selling hats, trying to afford your lawsuits because you're broke. You're poor. The real world's not a scam. Daddy's not a scam. Tate ain't a scam. I'm a real. You're a your investigation. In fact, for every single person who can show me they have emailed Coffeezilla and called him gay, I will buy Daddy. And for every single dislike on his upcoming expose, I'll buy more Daddy. Every single thumbs down, every single email to this DNG results in me buying Daddy coin and inflating the price to the moon. We're gonna win. Coffeezilla's broke. Don't with Tate, I'm built different. That's my statement.
Tate, known for his combative personality, did not take the accusations lying down. He lashed out on social media, referring to the expose as a smear campaign. But Coffeezilla's receipts, meticulously detailed and impossible to ignore, left viewers wondering, could Tate explain his way out of this one? In the end, the evidence painted a damning picture. Tate's defenders rallied behind him, but Coffeezilla's investigation reminded everyone that no matter how untouchable those online icons may be on the internet, they may be put under the microscope when it comes to financial transparency. Logan Paul, a YouTube megastar with more than 23 million followers, was under a lot of scrutiny when Coffeezilla, the internet's leading scam investigator, exposed major issues with his cryptocurrency project, CryptoZoo. Marketed as an innovative play to earn game, CryptoZoo promised users passive income through trading exotic animal NFTs. However, Coffeezilla's deep dive revealed a troubling reality.
Bought $2.5 million worth of eggs in the first day. And did I mention the game hadn't even been launched yet? All people were buying was the marketing and the promises. And it wasn't just the NFTs they bought either. The Zoo token also skyrocketed in value, reaching a $2 billion market cap pre-game launch, right? The trading volume was in the tens of millions of dollars per day, which kind of is like Fortnite not coming out, but people trading tens of millions of dollars in V-Bucks every day. That's what this was like.
The NFTs were marketed as unique and handcrafted, but they were modified stock images. The game itself never became functional. The project raised millions from investors but left supporters with devalued tokens and unplayable assets. Coffeezilla supported his claims through interviews, blockchain data, and internal documents, thus sparking outrage among CryptoZoo investors.
The way to claim your yield, there never was.
Hold on. The core mechanic of CryptoZoo, that you can make money with these stupid animals, didn't even work on launch day, and still, to this day, a year later, still does not work, is what the investors are saying. Which, this is just crazy. People spent millions of dollars on these eggs. But it even gets worse, because I kept talking to people and I discovered something. Because remember I told you you could buy eggs with those Zoo coins? Well, apparently they also made it so you could buy them with Ethereum. And on the day of selling, about half of these purchases took place with Ethereum. Only it turns out for the people who spent ETH, not only did the yield part of it not work, did the NFTs not pay you, you also couldn't even hatch them.
So I acquired a bunch of eggs, and I actually want to play the game. I didn't acquire the eggs with the intent of keeping them. I actually wanted to hatch them and see what I got out of them and play in this ecosystem that's been advertised or whatever, right? And then I can't do anything. It's not showing up on the website when I connect my wallet, etc., etc. So I'm a little baffled. I'm like, I must be doing something wrong. So I open up a support ticket. with CryptoZoo, and Ben Roth is actually the person answering my support ticket. Oh yeah, no, it's down for the moment, but we're working on it. Let me tell you, it's never been up.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture. There's nothing I can do with it.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
There's nothing I can do with it. You could ask any of those community guys. It's basically worth nothing whatsoever.
Famous YouTuber Penguins also commented on Coffeezilla's video exposing Logan Paul, supporting Zilla for exposing such scams.
And you have photos that you mash together to make a new picture when it hatches. Where is $50,000 a week going? Where? How? It did flee to Switzerland after holding the code hostage, but it was because Logan didn't pay for the team. So he was telling a half-truth on the situation. I can't believe any part of it was true. That is already quite the twist for me.
Initially, Logan Paul threatened legal action and accused Coffeezilla of spreading misinformation. However, after public backlash, he apologized and announced a $1.3 million refund plan. Nonetheless, the controversy led to a class action lawsuit against Logan and a defamation case he filed against Coffeezilla in June 2024. The CryptoZoo saga highlights the dangers of celebrity-driven crypto projects and broken promises.
Assume that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends? I got everything stolen from me in our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need...
YouTube star and entrepreneur Jake Paul has faced backlash from Coffeezilla after the YouTuber exposed him as a scam artist, scrounging money from fans through his cryptocurrency and NFT schemes. Through an in-depth investigation, Coffeezilla discovered how Paul promoted several risky crypto projects, including the StickDicks NFT collection, which generated over $1.5 million, but failed to yield any actual value for the investors.
Called StickDicks. You can see him here funding the deployer wallet of StickDicks with 1 Ethereum. And he promoted it himself, saying this.
What up, you The community, violation. The community has grown like crazy over the past 24 hours. We're almost at 10,000 spermatosa on the Discord community. and we are just getting started.
The result being very satisfied customers. He also got Lana Rhoades to help promote it via Instagram, which of course she had no problem doing because screwing her fans is part of the brand at this point. Investors in Stick Dicks also suffered near total losses. Meanwhile, Jake Paul raked in $1.5 million with Stick Dicks, even while doing nothing he promised via the roadmap. Now, I'm sorry to say that some of
Coffeezilla, however, pointed out other activities of Paul with other tokens, such as MILF and YUMMY, which also received more than $300,000 in his wallet. These projects were viewed as not transparent and sustainable, and people accused Paul of using his platform to gain from the crypto boom to the detriment of his audience.
For more than one pump and dump. Take, for instance, MILF Token, which he also promoted on May 17th without any disclosure that this was an ad. He said, "I'm thinking about becoming a MILF at MILF Token." A few days before, a bunch of tokens got deposited into a wallet, which was later cashed out at that same Problem Child wallet. This was sold for $50,000, which isn't a ton of money, but further corroborates the evidence we have. But again, maybe you're thinking, hey, look, this just all sounds like a lot of coincidence to me. So let me give you one last piece of evidence we have. On May 13th, Jake Paul tweeted this: "Everyone talking about Yummy." Now, once again, we find transactions from an external wallet on May 13th getting tons of Yummy token for free. And then on May 15th, he makes another tweet about it. "A year ago, I talked about Doge. 3 months ago, I talked about SafeMoon. Now I'm talking about Yummy." And right on cue, he gets paid once again. And where does all that money go? Well, the same place where he's publicly known as the Problem Child. And here is where he cashed out these Yummy tokens for $300,000. And here's where I feel
Paul has been faced with significant backlash for promoting those ventures without properly warning their fan base of the danger ahead. Coffeezilla investigation unravels the many reasons why influencer-driven crypto and NFT projects might need to be approached by the greater accountability yardstick in digital markets. Haliey Welch is the viral meme creator of Hawk Tuah. He released the Hawk cryptocurrency in December 2024. The coin's market cap skyrocketed to almost $500 million and then crashed over 95% within hours, wiping out investors' money. Coffeezilla dived right into the project, looking into the sudden rise and fall.
Good. We're really happy to answer any questions.
I have questions. I have questions. I'm raising my hand. Hey guys.
What Coffeezilla?
Hey, this is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the f are you on?
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
No, that's not true.
That is true. That's a fact.
No, it's not.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain. So
yeah, we know. We trust me. We were there. We could answer that.
Coffeezilla found some disturbing evidence that a few wallets controlled a large share of the HAWK supply, which suggests insider trading. His investigation also revealed that the rapid spike and collapse of the coin followed the pattern of a pump and dump scam, where early investors make a profit, leaving newcomers with worthless tokens.
Listen,
you know that.
Listen, no, I'm telling you the truth.
And y'all made millions on fees from this little scheme.
There's not a.
I'm sure that's not you getting those fees, right? Who's making the money on the fees? Who's making millions of dollars on fees from this rug pull?
That's not a scheme. That's the project, so we can keep this thing going for years. Okay, that's how do you think? There's so many expenses.
Who makes the money on the fees? Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there with Meteor pools, and that goes to the creator, right?
Who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project, right?
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Haliey Welch.
Welch stated that she intended to cooperate with legal inquiries and help affected investors. The scandal highlighted the grave risks associated with celebrity endorsement of cryptocurrencies and it serves as a cautionary tale for potential investors. Her initial response to Coffeezilla became iconic immediately.
Yeah, guys, I'm just here to have fun. I don't really have a full head wrapped around this whole thing, but I'm figuring it out every day, and I'm here for the long term. My skin's getting thicker every day, and the hate's not gonna stop me. I'm here every day trying to work on this and get better at it, but I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, dude, that's the right attitude, man. That's the right attitude.
Coffeezilla's expose emphasized that due diligence and transparency be conducted in crypto ventures. In November 2022, popular streamer IShowSpeed faced much criticism after promoting a cryptocurrency project called Paradox Coin while live streaming. Marketed as the future of gaming, Paradox Coin promised all things and then began flashing red flags. Coffeezilla, known for exposing scams, dug into the project to uncover some troubling details.
Advertising 10x to 100x, is that a get-rich-quick scheme? Yes or no?
No. Why? Because it's easy. Because it can happen.
Okay.
It happens every single day of the week in the crypto space. Please get knowledgeable about what happens in the crypto space.
So much of the crypto space is a scam!
We gotcha! Gotcha! We got you, buddy! You're a Bitcoin hater! You hate crypto! That's why you don't like us! That's why you call us a scam! Because you hate us crypto guys!
Repeat back what I said. Repeat back what I said word for word. I said...
That's going on Twitter! That's going on Twitter!
I don't know what the...
Coffeezilla discovered that Paradox Coin's founders were lying and that their marketing campaign was aggressive and misleading. He also challenged the coin's founders, accusing them of doing something nefarious and questioning the project's legitimacy. The final straw came when IShowSpeed was recorded on a hot mic while streaming. He was talking about private conversations where it seemed he knew something was wrong with the project.
Alright, so look, it's cool now. Relax. No, relax. I was in the chat. I know. I'm just trying to be. No. You know what I'm doing, bro? No. I'm not kidding. Then it's gonna be obvious, bro.
Yeah, I think it's a little too late for that. The only way to make this more obvious is if he changed his name to IShowScams. Now, I do have an update here because Speed has responded saying he's not a scammer and regrets his mistake.
Stop spamming. I'm not a scammer, bro. Why do you keep spamming? Bro, I'm not a scammer, dog. I made a little mistake, that I wish I never did, but I'm not a scammer, bro.
After the controversy, IShowSpeed rewrote the stream, taking over an hour from it, including the audio. The damage was, however, done, and now there was criticism for the streamer and Paradox Coin. Coffeezilla's exposure to this incident taught people the dangers of influence from influencers when they bring financial products to their audience with less due diligence to garner quick profits over being reliable. The Save the Kids token, KIDS, was launched, purporting to bring cryptocurrency to philanthropy, donating some of the fees from transactions to children's charities. Influencers such as FaZe Clan members FaZe K, Jarvis, Nikan, Tico, and YouTuber Rice Gum started promoting the project. However, within days of its launching, the value of the token crashed, leaving many investors with substantial losses.
So the day of, what happens? It goes to the moon, right, guys? Well, no. The answer is the first day it pumps and immediately it dumps all the way to negative 90%. I mean, people completely lost their shirts on this thing. And pretty soon, people start accusing Rice Gum and these people of getting in on the pre-sale and dumping their bags. Which, if you're not familiar with crypto, basically means getting in right here, selling right here. That's the general idea. But honestly, it's really hard to prove if somebody sold off immediately or not. You need their actual wallet address. What we know is that all the whales in the coin sold off immediately. And why would Rice Gum, the king of the Lambos, do anything if he's not actually involved in some of the project? And so after the coin dumps and their followers start to lose tons of money, with one of them saying that they are down 50% in 2 minutes after launch, what do? Well, these brave influencers who got their fans into this, they peace out, they delete all their posts, and basically pretend like it
did an in-depth investigation and found that the token's anti-whale mechanism, which is a protection against whales dumping their tokens, was secretly changed just before the launch. This allowed insiders to sell their holdings, which further led to the token's value plummeting. Coffeezilla's research implicated several influencers in what seemed to be a pump and dump scheme, profiting at the expense of their fans. FaZe K responded to these allegations made by Coffeezilla.
All right, so this is against all legal advice. Before I start, I want to say that I would never in a million years on purposely, intentionally try to harm, take advantage, or scam.
I've been investing in a lot of cryptocurrency lately, and MILF, it's insane, guys. I 25x'd my investment.
To think I would participate in a rug pull that has my face on it is kind of like saying, you know, hey, I'm going to go and rob a bank without wearing a mask. And
Moon Portal is out right now, guys. You can swipe up and check it out.
It just doesn't make any sense. He just can't stop contradicting himself, as you'll see in the next clip too. I am a no crypto mastermind. So let's start here with all of my wallets and transactions on Save the Kids. And there's a wallet that I have that nobody knows about. But I also want to say that I am genuinely so sorry that any of this ever happened. And I feel terrible that anybody was affected. Even though I was tricked by somebody that took advantage of me, I take full responsibility for that. And I really want to apologize about being led by somebody that I should not have trusted so much. And for this, I hold my hands up. Don't get me wrong, I'm not looking for any sympathy. My life is falling apart. I've been kicked from FaZe and he just refused to take any accountability for any of it.
The expose caused public anger, with FaZe Clan removing or suspending members involved and sparking questions on whether influencers have a place to be held accountable in advertising financial products. Coffeezilla's expose highlighted the danger of placing blind trust in influencer-backed ventures. Sam Bankman-Fried, once the visionary creator of FTX, once stood at the forefront as a crypto genius who became the talk of the town during the spectacular collapse in 2022. Coffeezilla, with his financial deep dives, was looking at the dramatic collapse of FTX, which told many a story of lies.
Wouldn't go insolvent. A lot of people said this was very unlikely, since in the past they've looked very strong. And that's what they basically said. They said, look, it's no big deal. This is all FUD, nothing to worry about. Alameda Research, which is closely tied to FTX, actually responded about these leaks in their financial balances. And they said, quote, they have $10 billion worth of assets that aren't reflected there. And that also, they have returned most of their loans by now. And most shocking of all was that they offered CZ to buy all of his FTT off market for $22 each, near the current price. Now, the reason for this is obviously to show that, okay, we're not scared. We've got the money to back this up. And if you really aren't trying to sink us as a competitor, you'll be happy to do this private deal, get a better price, and not impact our price. It would save both parties a lot of headache. But unsurprisingly, because these guys hate each other, CZ wasn't having it. He said he was going to stay in the free market, signaling that he fully intended to squash the price of FTT. And he did. FTT dropped over the next 24 hours 30%. And not only that, reports started showing that FTX withdrawals were increasing. The bank run really was happening like CZ wanted.
According to Coffeezilla's investigations, Bankman-Fried misused customer funds in the billions by pouring them into his trading firm called Alameda Research. Massive losses were incurred when these trades went wrong. This is when things started spinning further because it was known that FTX had not established proper financial controls. Senior executives knew of such practices.
So people were sending money to Alameda instead of, they were getting credited on FTX, and Alameda just ended up using those funds. And they were never held separately per the terms of service.
Well, there was a separate legal agreement with that. I don't know the details of it. I don't have it in front of me, but there's a separate legal agreement with respect to transfers that were sent directly to Alameda Research by users, especially before FTX had its own bank accounts. And so I do think that that is part of what happened there, likely.
Let's focus on...
As FTX collapsed, millions of customers lost access to their funds. Coffeezilla highlighted the shocking negligence and arrogance of those in charge, painting a grim picture of unchecked power in the crypto space. Bankman-Fried, once hailed as a visionary, now faces criminal charges for his role in the scandal. In early 2023, MMA fighter Dillon Danis found himself in the middle of controversy after Coffeezilla caught him promoting a fake NFT project called Sours. The stunt, orchestrated by Coffeezilla, aimed to expose how some influencers endorse projects without conducting any due diligence.
It's also my chance to test Dillon Danis. He says Logan Paul is so bad, he feels so bad for the victims, but let's see if he's so different. So I decided that this fake NFT project I would be pitching him was going to be just like CryptoZoo. In fact, to do this, I basically copied almost word for word CryptoZoo's white paper, saying the following. Sour.gg may appear to solely function as an NFT collection, but it's much, much more. Sour allows users to earn sweet tokens that are openly traded via a yield that is based on the rarity of a given candy NFT. But just in case you didn't think it was obvious enough, I decided to leave Dillon one last hint. I signed off with a nonsense statement saying, quote, "Come obtain fun friends, enter exciting zones, indescribably lush. Look out, adventurer." Now, this is a sentence which means nothing unless you lay it out by the first letter of every word. And then it spells Coffeezilla. So don't say I didn't warn him. And obviously, even if I hadn't warned him, Dillon Danis surely wouldn't promote a CryptoZoo project, right? Because he feels too bad for the victims. He wouldn't promote something nearly identical. Oh, wait, he said sounds dope. And then ETH, question mark?
The Sours project's website had the word SCAM written out in its URL, an obvious red flag that Danis either didn't notice or ignored. Coffeezilla paid Danis $1,000 to tweet the promotion for the fake project, and without asking any questions, Danis tweeted the promotion. The expose emphasized the danger of such promotions, especially when influencers tout ventures to their followers, as hilariously reacted to by Penguin Zero.
Didn't read it.
And in it, I lay the whole thing out. And this is what I meant by headwinds. This is where he probably will catch us, because in black and white, I lay out a whole scheme right in front of him. So it literally says, like, you're gonna be the butt of the joke. It says people aren't doing due diligence.
Oh,
it says that we're gonna be switching the website to show his prior promotion. So we lay out the whole thing there.
Oh,
and
no.
what we're really banking on is he's not gonna read any of this. He's just gonna see money and just sign it, which is the
100%.
whole point of this entire
He can't
thing.
read it.
I think it fits.
Sending it. All right, and then I'm sending the drive link.
I mean, we've sent the contract now. We're just waiting. We're literally waiting.
He's going to instantly respond with the sign. It's going to be less than 2 minutes.
Oh, I agree, bro. I agree.
It was 3 minutes. I was so close. I was so close.
This investigation stirred outrage among fans, who condemned Danis for putting profit over responsibility. Coffeezilla's sting was a stark reminder of the dangers of blindly trusting influencer promotions, especially in the volatile world of crypto and NFTs. The CSGO gambling community was shaken when an expose by Coffeezilla revealed unethical practices in this world of CSGO gambling. Popular among its gamers, these sites feature the ability to bet on skins or in-game items of varying value. Such an investigation by Coffeezilla, though, revealed shocking insider schemes and manipulative tactics in the process, promoted unhealthy gambling habits in children.
I spoke to started gambling underage, and it was while they were playing the game. This trend continues beyond the anecdotal. This YouTuber named Jeff surveyed over 9,000 players, and he found that around 70% of Counter-Strike gamblers start underage. Now, themed casinos have always had an audience, but with Counter-Strike, there is an underage gateway to all of this, because all you need is $2.50 to get your first skin through Valve, and you don't even need to show ID, which is a huge part of this. Even worse, when you go from the game to the casinos, which are hosted on third-party websites, most don't ID the players either. Or if they do, it's only after.
Coffeezilla discovered that certain influencers secretly collaborated with the gambling websites they promoted and got shares of the money they generated. But far worse were allegations of manipulated outcomes and false wins that enticed the players into risking even more money. This didn't only victimize the occasional gamers, but also included children, an ethical disaster.
One of the primary ways I actually learned was through YouTube. It popped up in my recommended page because I was a big fan of Counter-Strike. I'd play it, in my free time. Some gambling videos popped up and I thought, hey,
Streamers kind of exposed me to that into that space first?
I saw it online. I saw a bunch of these YouTubers playing it.
Found out CSGO gambling just pretty much through watching people on Twitch and YouTube. Juicy was one of them. I actually remember very vividly. He was this guy that would do all these case openings on different websites and such. He was very much affiliated with them. He had codes and all these things.
I've been surrounded by like Syndicate and like FaZe Clan, for example.
I watched my favorite YouTubers.
Right. YouTubers and streamers, of course, are going to be one of the main advertising vectors. It's been that way since 2016. Influencers are the main lifeblood of these casinos. Fast forward 8 years later, it's just different influencers, different casinos making money.
The expose of this crossover between gaming and gambling was a lack of regulation, which caused massive outrage in the community. Coffeezilla's work has called for greater transparency and accountability, reminding influencers about their responsibility when promoting ventures tied to real money. Former adult film star Lana Rhoades launched an NFT project called CryptoZoo, which she positioned as a valuable investment for her followers. The project began to attract attention, raising roughly $1.5 million from investors. However, days after the launch, Rhoades withdrew the money and deleted her social media accounts, leaving accusations that she had perpetrated a rug pull scam.
So you heard it right there. This is a long-term project, not a pump and dump. But that didn't happen. Less than a week after all this money was raised, Lana Rhoades vanished from her community and took the money out of the wallet. Here's the main wallet withdrawing over $1.5 million in Ethereum out of the project. Her reason? Things got too negative. Quote, the truth as why Lana hasn't been around was she was very shocked and upset by the amount of negative and rude comments she was seeing in the chat.
Coffeezilla, also known as the Scam Reveal website, investigated the occurrence and accused Rhoades of failing to deliver value to her investors. He claims that she did not provide all the details required for understanding the project, and that adequate due diligence should be ensured before investing in influencer marketing projects.
People who are concerned about her scamming investors are being stupid because, quote, people are living in fear for their life in Ukraine right now, and people are worried about NFTs? What has this world come to? And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, what has this world come to where a girl can't get a free pass on a scam, dude? You hear what Putin's doing? I mean, look, I'm just going to respond to this real quick. I don't feel like it needs it, but we know, Lana, two bad things can happen at the same time. Just because we're talking about you doesn't mean we forgot about the tragedy in Ukraine. Just because we point out one bad thing doesn't devalue the other thing. We're all adults here, right? In fact, I dare I say it, we might be able to hold a third one. Hold on one second. Let me try to create it without losing all knowledge of Ukraine. Maybe using war as a cover for your scandals is bad.
In response, Rhoades likened the backlash she received to the struggles of the invasion of Ukraine, a response that sparked further outrage and incredulity from the public. This incident has highlighted the need for vigilance and due diligence when coming across celebrity-endorsed cryptocurrency projects and the ethics of influencers toward their audiences. In November 2024, Coffeezilla, known for exposing online financial scams, dug into the life of one Jimmy Donaldson, aka MrBeast. The alleged crime involved insider trading on cryptocurrencies, including Polychain Monsters and Stack, which was being allegedly conducted through his business partner, KSI.
Monsters, or PMON, is a project which KSI promoted heavily. MrBeast did not. But MrBeast did get in the pre-sale and make a lot of money. And thus, the conclusion is made, it's highly likely MrBeast made an investment from that insider information of KSI's promotional deal. But there's simply no evidence provided of this. I have the same thoughts about Jigstack, another coin which KSI promoted, and the conclusion is, though MrBeast did not officially follow Jigstack, in his network, KSI was involved in promoting Jigstack. From this information, MrBeast invested and made a large return. Here again, there isn't concrete proof.
Working with blockchain specialists, Coffeezilla followed several NFTs and crypto transactions to wallets that might be connected to MrBeast. The conclusion of the research indicated that MrBeast was doing shady trading, which means there were some ethical issues concerning his participation in the crypto market.
Definitely not. But legally, there was nothing we could have done. And then, just like with Super, they claim they didn't ask for a promotion of the project, but that MrBeast decided to comment once himself anyways. On March 9th, 2021, MrBeast responds to Eternity Chain saying this one will be hype. It's worth noting, once again, about 24 hours before saying this fund wallet purchased over $100,000 of earn tokens in addition to the presale. Now, what is different about Super is that MrBeast's name.
To address the claims against him, MrBeast appeared in a video talking to dispel some claims that people made. All in all, however, even after making such a strong attempt to defend himself, he brought much controversy, and many began discussing the responsibilities of influencers inside financial markets and the need for transparency by influencers about dealings. This research is, therefore, evidence that public figures must maintain high standards of ethics, especially if they engage in financial business that affects the audience's choice. Kim Kardashian, the world's most influential celebrity, was caught on the wrong end over her exposure to EthereumMax, the infamous project which was meant to be a cryptocurrency that the public felt had it wrong. In June 2021, Kim posted her now infamous Instagram post advocating for EthereumMax to 250 million users. The caption was labeled "Not Financial Advice" and pitched as Kim's fans catching the crypto train before it became all hot.
Very careful. And the last thing I want to just show you real quick is this EthereumMax chart. I mean, this coin has only been around for a month and it's already almost hitting new lows. I mean, it is down something like 80 to 90% of its all-time high value, which was right after all this, shilling took place with Floyd Mayweather and stuff. Kim Kardashian, hilariously, has barely showed up even as a blip on this thing over here. You can see right here, this is when she started to promote it, and it looks like people actually have been selling because she bought it, which is hilarious. But honestly, I take that for a good sign. I mean, seriously, when the people who brought you Bound 2 are promoting crypto coins, it's time to get...
In his investigation, Coffeezilla pointed out the hazy details surrounding EthereumMax. He pointed out that the value of the token fell a few days after Kardashian's endorsement. The project raised suspicion of being a pump and dump scheme because early investors cashed out while prices went up briefly and left others with massive losses. The SEC later stepped in, imposing a fine of $1.26 million on Kardashian for failing to disclose that she received $250,000 for the promotion. Coffeezilla stressed how this case highlighted the dangers of celebrity-endorsed crypto schemes and the need for accountability. He found himself entangled in a dubious crypto project, Trolls Token. Trolls Token became the darling of social media, all thanks to hype from rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine, who said it would be the new big thing in cryptocurrency. Coffeezilla, however, exposed that it was simply the old-school pump-and-dump game.
When Trolls had an initial mint price of 2 Solana, but Trolls was accused of being a scam when 6ix9ine didn't deliver on the promises. Big shock. And it quickly plummeted to 1% of its original price, and even Tekashi 6ix9ine admitted it was basically a cash grab, but that his next project, called Gine, would be different.
I know a lot of you guys are wondering what happened with 6ix9ine's last NFT project. I want to first start off by saying I apologize. I apologize because I jumped in to the NFT community without knowing what an NFT was. I didn't know what an NFT was. I didn't know what crypto was. I wasn't well informed. It was a paid partnership that I took advantage of, and I said, you know what, let me get into something that I don't know that much about. So to all my fans who joined that, I extremely apologize for that being done. What makes this so different, what makes Gine NFT collection so different is that it's not a paid partnership. This is my brand.
So with all that said, was Gine different? How did it do? Well, not great. The original price was 0.22 Ethereum, which you can now buy for 0.035 Ethereum, so the price has fallen by like 85%. And
6ix9ine hyped up Trolls Token to his millions of followers, asking them to invest. When the token price skyrocketed from the hype, it dropped quickly, putting investors in a deep hole. Coffeezilla dug into the project, finding that it seemed engineered to only enrich those at the top. 6ix9ine and other influencers probably selling their stake when the price topped. As the value of Trolls Token crumbled, Coffeezilla's investigation brought attention to the lack of accountability in influencer-backed crypto projects. This was yet another example of how celebrity involvement in the crypto space can sometimes mean bad news for unsuspecting fans. Floyd Mayweather Jr., a professional undefeated boxing champion, was involved in some NFT projects that made many of the investors and critics upset. In 2021, he promoted an NFT collection called Floyd's World, which reportedly generated nearly $5 million, but the value crashed very fast, and people said that he was involved in a pump and dump.
Floyd launched Floyd's World at a mint price of 0.15 Ethereum, and it sold pretty well. But currently, they're selling for less than 1% of their original mint price, which, judging from their onboarding video, makes sense, because this isn't exactly a high-budget operation.
Welcome, everyone. Do you want to learn how to gain access to Floyd's World? It's easy. Just follow me.
Honestly, no, I think I'm good.
Coffeezilla looked into Mayweather's deals in these NFTs, showing how the boxer promoted them to his million-strong following without proper disclosures. Coffeezilla also pointed out that Mayweather seemed to be deleting evidence of his previous NFT promotions, further raising questions about the legitimacy of these projects.
Weird. Now, Floyd's World was indeed a huge success for Floyd Mayweather, who raked in $4.9 million. But what happened to his fans? Well, they're furious because the price of this NFT has collapsed over 90%, and they angrily responded in the comment section, "You already have an NFT project. It's called @RealFloydNFT. You released it last year and then stopped working on it immediately after. Have you been punched in the head so much you're forgetting these things now?" Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know it looks bad. Logan Paul may have rocked Floyd more than we care to.
These incidents show the risks in celebrity-endorsed NFT projects and the need for doing proper research before investment. YouTuber Coffeezilla did deep research on KSI concerning cryptocurrency project promotion. Most of his focus was on cases of pump and dump schemes. It was Coffeezilla who interrogated KSI over claims that were first unearthed by blockchain investigator ZachXBT. KSI made responses to the claims on YouTube in a video in answer to Coffeezilla.
Now, and it might look like that means he's excited about this, but really he was looking at the sell button because he continued to sell XCAD to his fans who thought he was part of the HODL gang once again. And this is what I mean by a pump and dump scam. He got his followers excited while selling his own crypto bag at the same time. In total, over $800,000 was sold by KSI over a few days and these two tweets, according to ZachXBT. Now, as a quick aside, if you're wondering or skeptical of the fact that influencer tweets can have any kind of effect on a token price or volume, I whipped up a chart for you showing volume of XCAD during the days when KSI tweeted. You can see that trading volume spiked millions of dollars on those days, which in part were some of his followers putting money in as he sold. Today, the price of XCAD has plummeted from $3 to about $1.
The controversy revolved around KSI's endorsement of certain cryptocurrencies, where critics said his promotions artificially inflated the price only to crash, hence forcing investors to incur major losses. KSI came in with a response video stating his position and countering the claims by Coffeezilla amongst others. This incident signifies the need for transparency, as well as due diligence when influencers are promoting financial products, especially in the volatile cryptocurrency market.
Coins I'm very bullish on, Super and Earn. Any other NFTs I should look at? Now, normally when you're bullish on a coin, you buy that coin. But that's not what KSI did. See, right after he tweeted that, 6 hours later, he sold $174,000 worth of Earn token, and then 4 hours later sells another $174,000. Now, if that isn't a textbook pump and dump, I don't know what is. He tweeted, that's the pump. Within 24 hours, he sells $348,000. That's the dump. It couldn't be more clear.
Crypto endorsements can turn into a nightmare for both influencers and their followers, and these scams are a harsh reminder of the risks involved. Which celebrity-backed crypto project did you find most shocking? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more eye-opening exposés.